quarterback, only don't trust the quarterback. Why can the Bills win? Josh Allen. Why are the Broncos not the best team in football? Bo Nix. Like, the Bills don't have a lot of right now. James Cook's excellent, obviously. It's a little overstatement. Super redeeming qualities, except for they've got a guy at quarterback, even if he's not having his best season, that you feel like can throw the Superman cape on. The Broncos check every box of a legitimate Super Bowl contender, except people are like, Bo Nix, really? And so, but I think right now, if they played in a playoff game, you'd feel like you have to pick the Broncos. They're better at everything. And then you'd be like, I'm picking Bo Nix over Josh Allen. Feels weird.
I'd love to know how Denver Broncos fans feel about that, especially about Bo Nix individually, about the placement. Still below the Kansas City Chiefs, even though that very quarterback outdoor, none other than the Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs and Spags, and on we go. There's so much at stake right now for the Denver Broncos and Bo Nix. I mean, they've obviously had some time away. They were chilling, Thanksgiving dinner, all that good stuff. Got a huge, massive win against the Kansas City Chiefs where Bo Nix really shined. The defense shined, the offense shined, everyone shined. Sean Payton, everyone, fans, they all did. And then Sunday night against the Washington Commanders, a team that's been reeling. It's like answer the call. Then you're going up against the Las Vegas Raiders. They're firing everyone. Everyone's getting fired there. No one's safe with the Las Vegas Raiders. Take care of business. And then you come up against now a couple of stretch of like some interesting games. The Packers, great defense offense for them right now. It'll be interesting to see what they look like by December 14th. The Jacksonville Jaguars, maybe one of the weirdest teams I've ever come across in my entire life. Just a fascinating team. They beat the Chargers. They beat the Chiefs. It's like, okay, then you're in Arrowhead Christmas night, December 25th, against the Kansas City Chiefs, which could end up being massive for the Chiefs. The Broncos should be solidified at least in the division, depending on where they exactly end up in terms of like first round bye or whatnot. But like the Chiefs could literally be playing for their life. You could literally end their playoff hopes on Christmas. Okay, that talk about a game. The Chargers' final game of the season. Who knows who that matters to who? Might matter to both of them from like a seeding standpoint, or the Broncos are like, no, we're good. We're happy where we're at. Or the Chargers are just like, we fell apart. We have no O-line. Justin Herbert now is like limping. We're done. We're out of the playoffs. It's over. Like I don't know. Maybe they're still fighting. Like who knows? So that's why I look kind of more that middle stretch, because you got back-to-back games that should be like you better come away with these wins. You put these teams away right now. There are no more catch games when you are competing for the number 1 seed and the first round bye in home field advantage. Okay, there's no catch games. There's no looking past to the next week. Not how it works. It's not how it works. So you take care of those two teams, and then you got a true 3-game stretch of like, all right, these games might get a little weird. You don't really know what to expect. Blah, 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 blah. And then the Chargers is just that question mark because they just don't know who the Chargers are at that point. But, yeah, so you're even able to build momentum playing the Commanders, playing the Raiders, like feeling good, feeling great, having this offense rolling better. Like, you know, when you have a bye, what your team does is like they essentially audit themselves. They go through what's been working, what's not been working. You know, you kind of hit this little bit of a reset. So like I'm so fascinated to see what Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos look like out of the bye. You know, what Sean Payton has been looking to do and what he's trying to you know, what he sees, what he adds, what he takes away, because you don't really have time to do that throughout the course of the season. There's just too much going on, and you got to really prepare for the next week. Like that's the benefit of the bye. You get to just really be like, okay, we get to just look at ourselves right now and just really dive into that. And then you get a layup game into the bye. It's not like you've been like, oh man, we're playing the Chiefs out of the bye or another great team out of the bye. It's like it's all hands on deck. Like that not hasn't necessarily been the case. So yeah, I mean the Broncos have that real chance at getting the number 1 seed in the first round bye in home field advantage. And their schedule is split between some games that it's like, you better win, man. If you don't win, we got some problems. And then you got 3 games where you're just like, yeah, all right. Chiefs rematch. That's a divisional game on the road. Hour ahead, like, all right, the Jags, like I said, they're the weirdest team ever. I do believe the Broncos are better than the Jags, but like they're just a weird team. They're just a weird team. And the Packers are tough. They're a tough team. They got a great defense as well. Their offense has been lacking. So like that could be a rough matchup for them. But like, you know, that's not like it's not an easy game. That should be a tough physical defensive battle, honestly. Yeah, there's some key games coming down the stretch. And you know, kind of the other interesting thing was, and this is what I said like kind of weeks ago, where it's just like it's kind of a weird situation where it's just like, you know, losing to the Jags could theoretically kick out the Chiefs or something, right? Like there is other weird variables and factors at play right now as well. So you know, I'm recording this video because the way how the Thanksgiving, the holidays are unfolding and whatnot, trying my best to be able to create content for everyone. Uh, I'm recording this before the Chiefs played against the Cowboys, before the Eagles played the Bears, you know, before all of the games that had been played, you know, until Sunday, of course. So I'm recording this on a Wednesday right now. So don't have all the information. I don't know exactly where the Chiefs are standing right now. Maybe they got knocked down a peg. Maybe they went up a peg and now they're just like, hey, we're right over your shoulder. You know, you better keep running, otherwise we're catching up. So we'll see. We will see. But Nick is definitely double downing on the lack of trust and the faith in Bo Nix. How does Boix answer? Oh gosh, I am so excited to find out. I really am. I am so excited to find out. You got some easy games. You got some legitimately difficult games, tricky games. See how you navigate it. This is the home stretch right now. This stretch sounds stupid to say and obvious to say, but it's like home field advantage. First round by like a Super Bowl is actually legitimately on the table. If Boone Nix can continue to evolve and take a step forward, if the game can start to slow down even slightly for him, you have the opportunity to skip a lot of steps and find yourself, you know, in the AFC Championship game, the Super Bowl. Like you have the opportunity to legitimately skip the steps of what it takes to, like, you know, get there. Interesting stuff. Really interesting stuff. And it all comes down this home stretch. Take care of the easy wins. You don't even have to win every single hard game, but you got to take care of it. And then, you know, go 2-1 against the harder teams, the harder games. And then you're right there. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Denver Broncos? What do you think about Bo Nix being not trusted, and that if Bix was a legit quarterback, according to Nick, I guess they'd be the best team in the NFL? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.